So that's when I got to understand that if you want something, go for it.
Right.
You've got nothing to lose at all, Tkay. Like nothing to lose. At the end of the day, it's your reward.
Those eyes used to make all the ladies go crazy in B-Dub.
You know, when you said that at first, you know, Gugu Mavuma, I mean,
Gugu, you had a good run,
you
bro.
need to understand.
God damn.
Like I'm saying, back then it was more of we were enjoying the wave, just like I had seen on SABC.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the events, the judging, the pageants we used to go to.
Right.
We'd go into a hall and you'd get people screaming, and you're like, "Hi."
Actually, a lot of people remember you mostly from like the ones that
Chief,
came
I
out.
haven't done that in a long time. Some guy about 2 weeks back says, "Yeah, I saw you on TV last week." I mean, you're lying. I remember when I said to myself when I grew up, I want to be just like my dad to his wife. My dad was the kind of person who got his wife a car for her birthday.
You got a car for your wife yet? For her birthday?
Yeah.
No pressure. Shout out, Dad, whatever you are.
These are some of the encouragements I use to people who are in good relationships.
Good relationship.
Good relationships.
Not even bad. Good.
Yeah, good relationships. When I don't think
Okay.
I don't follow you as well.
Hey, yo. B-Dub Africa, the rest of the world, what's going on? And welcome to another episode, another juicy episode of the Juice 2.0 in a brand new year. Man, I'm so excited. First episode of the year, so you know I'm already psyched up. Happy New Year, prosperous New Year. I hope you had a great start to it, a great jump to it. You've hit the ground running as you should, but I'm happy that you and I are live, man, and we're about to get juicy. Today's episode is a very special one. We're coming to you all the way from Airport Junction in a barbershop. I think there's a movie called The Barbershop, right? We'll try to put all the comic aspects to it, but we're coming to you all the way from ICON Barbershop. So big shout out going out to them for this venue sponsorship. We appreciate you so much. And I'm pretty sure this is probably one of the first of so many that'll be coming to you from ICON Barbershop. So big shout out going out to them. And look, I got laced up. Big shout out going out to said fella. He laced me up real nice as soon as I got here. And yeah, that's big sponsorship right there. Not just venue, but also we're getting fresh. We're getting dripped out. Big shout out going out to them. That's just not the only sponsor for this episode. 2024 has started off some great partnerships. So I got to let you know exactly who else is part of this sponsorship for this episode right here, the first of 2024. Big shout out going out to Lube Plus. Oh, yeah. Lube Plus is bringing you this episode as well. And this is their partnership that should let you know that for all your machinery and your car engine lubrication, you got a code Lube Plus, and you can contact them on the detail showing on your screen. Tabz, you're going to do the things, right? Because this has happened before. I was like, wait. I'm just throwing him under the bus, really. So for all your machinery and car engine lubrication, please hit up Lube Plus. The contact details are showing on your screen. So big shout out going out to them. I appreciate you so much. And last but not least, Expert Express is also sponsoring this episode. Now, if you really want to collect, actually, let me read this because I'm going to butcher it up. Are you looking to send your parcels from Botswana and South Africa? Expert Express delivery services. Where is it? Expert. Okay. Where is it? You see the problem with reading, bro. Are you looking? There it is. Are you looking to send your parcels from Botswana and South Africa? Expert Express deliveries B-Dub. Offers courier and logistics services between Botswana and Joburg on a daily overnight express delivery basis at competitive rates. Visit www.expertexpress.co.bw for more information or to book a collection, or contact this number 75498811 75498811, or visit their office at plot 68303 Unit 1 Pakalani Industrial. Expert Express deliveries BW. Anything, anywhere, on time. And so with that, We made the money. We secured the bag. I need you to put your hands together for the first episode of the year, man. It's special, just in that regard. But it's also very special because this dude who's sitting with me right now, man, is a veteran in the media industry. He's an actor. He's a voiceover artist. He's a businessman. He's a TV presenter. He's a father. He's a husband. He's so much more. But today we find out what else has been happening to and with your boy. Put your hands together for Gugu Letu. Gugu Letu.
If intros would make you a million, you'd be a billionaire.
I'd be a billionaire, right?
This guy gives an intro and a half.
I'd be trying.
Yeah.
Gugu Mavuma is in the building. Y'all better clap your hands up.
Shake.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo. How you doing, brother?
Complaining is old school, my man. We don't do it anymore. I mean,
yeah.
Nothing else we can do. How you doing, my man?
I'm great. Happy New
Thanks
Year.
Thanks for having me down here.
Yeah.
One, excited, nervous, anxiety, got everything in one. But yeah, you make it seem so easy, man.
You get nervous with all of this?
Yo, dude, you even forgot as a corporate MC, yeah?
Yeah.
When you jump on stage, the nerves will kill you. But just showing that you're nervous is a sign of weakness.
For sure.
You can't do it. You just act as if everything is cool.
Yeah, keep it flowing.
It doesn't work that way.
Dude, of all the things that I said in the intro, what did I leave out? I definitely left out MC, corporate MC.
Yeah.
What else is there?
MC, you did say a father, businessman. Yeah. I mean, there are times when I feel I'm a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
But whatever you throw to me, I'll try it.
Yeah.
I mean, after COVID threw us out of our comfort zone. Dude. You do anything that will put food on the table.
Yeah.
It's not about fun anymore. It's done. No. Yeah,
it's crazy. But Happy New Year, dude.
Likewise, man.
2024, how's the year started for you?
I'm still in 2023 for some reason. Anything I can read something in 2024 and I'm like, 2023. They're like, no, 2024, wake up. Yeah, but I'm slowly, hitting the ground running and trying to, these New Year's resolutions that you try and keep for 2-3 weeks. I don't do those anymore.
Yeah,
I just go with whatever's there and see what comes my way. And
I like that.
While you're still there running, Tkay will call you. Come, let's sit down. Let's sit down. I'm like,
and then you gotta do the Juice 2.0.
And then there's someone behind you says, you need to be on that one. You don't know what you're. Chief. I'll tell you this, Tkay. You don't know the kind of impact that you have out there until someone else tells you.
Straight up.
It's just the same with me. I don't know some of the things I'm capable of doing. Some things I do casually, and someone like, I know you're good at what you do. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Let me try this. So I did leave the media platform for a while.
For a long time,
TV in our country, there was a time when it was a passion and it didn't put food on the table. But you get to a point where now you need to do something that literally will sustain you. So
straight up,
with all the things that you're doing, you keep on jumping back and continue with what you enjoy. Yeah. I mean, when you do something that you enjoy, it's not graft anymore.
No.
You're enjoying it. It's not work. So
they call it fun employment.
Yeah. So that's where I am once in a while. But there are times when you have to put on that suit and
do this.
You never step away from it.
I'm happy that you're here simply because you're a veteran, man. I think your name has to always come up whenever there's B-Dub TV, B-Dub Media.
Yeah.
Your name cannot not come up.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to take this chance to, appreciate you. You know how they say, give people flowers while they're still alive?
Yeah.
I wanted to take this episode as one of those things that we can do to you and for you.
Appreciated.
You are Gugu Mavuma. Dog, we'll talk about why you disappeared from TV.
Yeah.
Because I was at a podcast and your name came up, right? And people say you disappeared from TV.
Yeah.
And then somebody made a funny joke. He said TV disappeared from Gugu.
Wow.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that because I want to know exactly what happened, if it's good, if it's bad. But I got a haircut, man, at ICON Barbershop. Do you want to get a haircut?
The funny part is, I told you, there's a point in time where you sit down and look at, I'll give you an example, yeah?
Yeah.
It's I got to change everything. That washing my car is no more dropping it there. It's become a passion in me.
You're doing it yourself.
And even a haircut, but I don't do it as good as what he did on you. So I need that.
Hey, bro.
Bring it. Let's see
Where's
what
Sad Fella?
Bring it.
So you come to ICON Barbershop, you find a dude called Sad Fella.
Yeah.
What's going on, Sad?
So let's see what he's gonna do. Let's see.
Yeah,
because he's already
here.
laced you up real good. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what like
I look good, don't I?
Yeah, no, Morena, ja,
Like $1 million bucks.
Nari, akumbla, mtago itiswana. This guy when he speaks, he's those kind of guys where you wanna say hi to you. You start, we was confident, he's like worry, like where?
That's funny. You're not the only one to say that.
No, like his English is on point.
I try, man. I try.
There's this lady who's usually excuse madam for forgetting your handle, but she says in Pagalani, she says people can talk about her in the queue while she's paying for her goods, and they just don't associate Setswana with her. But she's a Motswana.
Like deep, yeah.
Deep.
That's crazy.
And yeah, please.
Sad Fella is in the building.
Let's do this.
So when you cut yourself, what do you do usually? Is cheese cup?
And it's become so simple that it's a cordless little machine. It's just like back then we had your afro and you just 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you're done. Yeah, it becomes one of those things. Even my son,
those before,
it took a while. I couldn't do it with my left hand.
I was impatient.
Fortunately, eventually I got used to it. So let's go back to those days where I used to sit down and
yeah.
Should I take these off?
Yeah, of course. Sad Fella,
okay,
man.
I had a long day, so my eyes might be a bit. But yeah.
You're good. Those eyes used to make all the ladies go crazy in B-Dub.
You know, when you said that at first, Gugu Mavuma,
Gugu, you had a good run,
you
bro.
You need to understand.
God damn.
You need to understand.
This brother had a good run.
There's the good and the bad.
Yo.
There's the good and the not so good. Yeah.
Let me holler at you. People think I've had a good run.
But times are different. Yeah. Our times. I've managed a club before. Lizard Lounge.
You managed Lizard?
Oh my goodness. I remember the time when Bata called me and said, Bon, I just bought a place and I want to do something with it. It used to be called Lizard Lounge. So what should we call it? I said, no. That place was crazy. We're still going to go with Lizard Lounge, but now we're going to call it The Real Lounge.
Oh, The Real
and the
Lounge.
Adverts we had, I remember Naledi was one of our voiceover artists.
Big shout out going out to Naledi.
The first time we gave her the script and she stepped on it. As soon as she grabbed it, she did the whole script. And at the end, she's like, it's The Real Lounge. I was like, yo!
Right there.
We never changed it. And it stuck. And yeah.
Dude.
I did a number of things. And, Hantele, when I came in on who is Gugu?
Yeah.
And I won't start with these, Gugu is this ordinary guy from what? No, Chief, I'm not ordinary.
Yeah, you can't be ordinary,
I'm
bro.
far from ordinary. And I got to a point where I got to realize my worth and where I've left a footprint and use that to build those who are coming behind us. And back then you'd have a radio having young guys as young as 17. I remember Dollar Le Jabs.
Shout out Dollar Jabs.
They were 17 when they did their show. 17.
Bro.
And from 17 they went on and you had your Vima Mpizis who started when they were at school. You had Scar who started at school.
Yeah.
You had so many groups. T-Joint. It was But this day and age, I don't know why it seems as if as much as it's not recycling, it's just people getting their trade perfect. And
right.
I want to see the young guys doing it more and coming up with
right?
that and coming up and not being able to step up to the plate anymore. But I think you'd realize it's because a lot of people have considered age to be something very... They take it light.
Yeah.
A 40-year-old when we were growing up, in Limdal.
Bro.
You get a 50-year-old still behaving like a 12-year-old.
Let's take it back to when you broke into the industry, right? I really want to hear your story, like proper, right? When did you break into it? There's always like a breakout story, right?
Yeah.
When was that for you? What was it like?
I've always loved the way I remember SABC1 had your Zandi Hlapo and whatnot as continued to presenters. And they used to make it look so fun. And I'd sit there and I'm like, but I want to do this, but Botswana doesn't have that.
True story.
Until BTV started and I saw that there were two continuity presenters, but they were at work. They were not trying to enjoy it.
Right, right.
And I said to my dad was my best friend, you know?
Oh, nice.
And I
Your
told
dad
him,
passed.
Yeah, he passed in
Sorry about
2000,
that.
yeah. And I said, I want to be a TV presenter. I remember I used to stand in front of the mirror in my room and introduce the next coming
You
show.
too?
I did
Bro,
that, Chief.
yeah,
I did that. I'm not even afraid to even do that. As before I would jump on stage and MC, I stand in front of the mirror at times.
Right.
So I told him, and we went to BTV. We asked when auditions would be. They just said, keep your ears and eyes open. And that time came. I went for auditions. I think we were about 8-something.
Like
standing in line,
100.
800 and something.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Back in the days, people really wanted to do that back in the days.
Chief,
that's crazy.
And
I would imagine that's like a 2000 thing. Like,
yeah. And yeah, I got shortlisted. I went home. They said they'd call back. But back then, it was for a show called Morebo.
Okay.
And you had Boni. Boni Tinto was crazy back then.
Boni was on TV.
No.
Shout out, big bro.
He stepped up and I'm like, I don't have that kind of energy. And yeah, I followed suit. And then there was the continuity. They said, you know what, that kind of hype, I think we think you'd be good for continuity.
Right.
We're having these auditions come through. I went through, it was 4 ladies and 2 guys. I was one of the guys. And that's where everything started.
Of course.
We were taking it as a joke, but we didn't
Aren't we always taking it as,
Yeah.
dude, like my radio story and the podcast story, it always starts that way.
Yeah.
Like a joke, like, let's just do it.
Why not?
And then
At the end
kaboom.
of the day, you've got more thing, you've got nothing to lose. Yeah, so
Right,
we
right.
went on and everything was just blowing up. Got invited to different events. It was, they wanted us as a group.
Right.
We became a little family. I remember I was driving this Mazda 323 back then. Chief, all of us
In the same car.
and we had our little wardrobe at the back.
Yeah.
And any event we'd go to, we'd ride on the. And there was one lady I remember, Kobe TV, Kito Musimang and Lorato. They kept us in order. If it wasn't for them, I don't think we'd be able to have crossed that border, because everything was crazy back then.
So it was are you saying that the TV career that you've had was always with the 3?
It was with we were 6, 2 guys,
6.
4 ladies, yeah?
2 guys, 4 ladies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I'm saying, back then it was more of we were enjoying the wave, just like I had seen on SABC.
Oh, yeah.
The events, the judging, the pageants we used to go to.
Right.
I mean, we'd go into a hall and you'd get people screaming and you're like, Haibo.
Sheesh,
For us,
bro.
yeah, it's nice.
How old were you at this point?
21.
Only 21?
21, yeah.
God damn.
21.
What was
and
happening with school then?
I said, you be there. No. Yeah. I put a few things on hold because of TV. Yeah. Had I known where this industry was growing, I would have gone into an element where I perfect my trade.
Okay.
So I can give something back. But when you're at that age, you don't really think about tomorrow.
Right.
It's about that specific time.
Yeah.
This is why I've taken all the lessons and tutorials that I've been through life in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to take them back to say to my young self as 21, how would I have changed some of my, not mistakes, but bad decisions?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Some bad decisions are literally a blessing from God. I'm a very spiritual person, by the way. Yeah.
I've noticed.
Very, very spiritual.
Because I had to check you out a few weeks ago. It's like, I'm going to have a conversation with my brother.
Yeah.
What's been going on in his life lately. So you put school on hold.
Yeah.
21 years old.
I
You're
went
breaking
on,
into TV.
Yeah.
How long does that run?
I did a lot of traveling. I did a lot of self-establishment. And I didn't know that maybe there was something that people saw in me that I didn't really pick up. because when they stopped the whole continuity, they continued with me for a couple of years.
It was just you.
Yeah, me and Maggie Mabechu. Yeah. So
What was that about? Apart from the talent, it was the good looks. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey, my man. So the story is funny story.
Are we getting there?
Yeah. Said it's just walking in the cameras like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, man, I'm doing my thing.
And yeah.
So recently I was talking about how I started seeing Wiiingz on BTV back in Zim before I moved here.
Yeah.
Guess who else I would always see on TV before I moved here? Yours truly.
Okay.
All the time.
Here we go.
And I have an aunt, my mom's sister, the youngest sister in their family. Oh my gosh. She would go crazy back in Zim before we moved here. Every time you got on TV. It's like, go. Did you get all of that back here? I imagine if we were doing that in Zim, it was crazy down here with the girls. Describe how the groupies
Let me tell you about BW.
Mm-hmm.
Ibile, this is not a secret.
Yeah.
Because I also used to... Listen, there's a difference between a personality and a celebrity. And there's a very thin line between it. I think a celebrity is a person literally who's influential, who can live up to those expectations of the kind of lifestyle you have to live. So in B-Dub, it didn't allow us then. You only got the freebies, but not the guap. Yeah, no, Chief.
Right.
It was very far from that.
Right.
So you'd come up with a line that says, "Nah, we don't have any celebrities and whatnot and whatnot." And
that was not fair, man.
Why is it not fair? Why is it not fair, TK?
Honestly, because the guap has to be there.
You're not living up to it, Chief. You're supposed to be doing certain things. If you're not giving back, yes, you're a role model and yes, you're what, but some of the things that are at hand, are they really, really letting you say, I can live up to being a celebrity, a personality, yeah, a celebrated person, yeah. It can be up to that extent where now some of the things that you do need to be relevant, need to be wary that you've got some kids who are looking up to you. So if they see you cranked up every day, they think that's the life, you know?
Right.
But I think I got to a point where I realized that everything that I do, I need to look back and say, how am I building my own country?
This brother's trying to be smart. You remember what the question was? How was the girls back then, man?
Come on now. You need to be strategic. No, but I was getting there.
This brother giving us PR.
Listen. I was getting there. They wouldn't literally...
I told you my aunt used to go crazy. How was it down here?
No,
you know what I mean?
Listen, I was getting there. They wouldn't show you generally. That's why it's like a person feels if they show you something, you'll be big-headed. But they were seeing, you know? So you'd come in and you're like... And then you pass and someone says, "Hey, when you walked out, people were, that's him." You know, even I think sometimes it happens today where someone would say, so Muntokis Mamang and whatnot, and you're like, but you walked into a room and it was ordinary, you know? So I wouldn't really say back then it was like this, but some approaches were easy.
Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? You're a Gugu, bro. I mean,
no, but it wasn't because of that. It was because of the confidence.
Oh, you've always had the confidence, right? That must have helped you.
I don't like being second best. That's my problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did it help you throughout your TV?
It helped me throughout my life. Everything I do, I give it my all. Yeah. That's why I use the word I'm an extremist.
Right.
If I love, I love. If I get angry, I get angry. I think I'd be one of those people who would literally overdo it and forget my name tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Hey, Marana, yo.
That's crazy.
Yo.
Your daughter is probably just like you because she's been on your TikTok doing the most. What's going on? What's going on?
I did not know that. Listen, I'm sitting there. You know when you're sitting down playing with your phone and you're like, let me look at my profile and go through it. And I see this woman there, this little girl there.
Yeah.
And she's put, I'm like, this was the time she was playing. And she uploaded. How did she do this? Pardon me, she's 4 years old.
That's 4 years old?
4 years.
Wow. Wow.
4 years.
She's figured out TikTok. She's figured out how to post. That's crazy, man.
That's dangerous.
Tell me about her. But we'll also have to talk about, the lovely woman that you married 10 years ago, yes? Tell me about your family, man. Let's start there.
I'm very family orientated.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for my family because they had to keep up with this extremist.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I lost most of my sanity when I lost my dad in 2000. A lot of people didn't realize I went through a lot then.
What happened to him?
He was not well. He fell sick. I mean, when you're with someone today and you think it's just some little. I remember he was watching cricket on a Sunday, and he had a seizure. That was his first and last time he ever got into hospital. He never came back home. And I didn't understand why it happened to such a person who had such a good heart. Everyone who knows my dad knows that, even all my friends, he had this thing that he won't drive because he has a son. Even the first time I had my first drink. Okay, not my first drink in front of them. I thought they didn't know, yeah? So one time he jumps into the car, it's a Saturday, he throws me the car keys and he says, drive.
Whoa.
And I drive, and I'm happy to drive,
Yeah.
Back then it was very, very, V6, you're going, boom.
Okay.
And getting to the first liquor stop, he gets 2 6-packs. I won't say the name because we're not paid.
Of course. I mean,
And he comes with he puts his 2 by the foot, still by the gear.
Yeah.
And I can see there are 2 brands. And then he opens this, then he looks at me, he's like, drink, I know you drink. Huh?
I think we're gonna fix the beer after the
Please.
No, after the intro.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because we can't.
Tkay,
He
how's
won't.
my
Yeah, he
haircut?
won't be able to speak in the mic.
How's my haircut?
It's looking
Are we
fresh,
there?
bro. It's looking fresh,
Okay,
bro.
so this is my new point.
Yeah, this is a new joint right here, bro.
Thank you.
Like you
Thank
see yourself
you.
in the mirror.
Whoa!
That's what I say. right. So it might be
I
like.
haven't done this in a long time. I feel 21 again.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah,
Back at
yeah.
Lizard Lounge.
Yo.
21.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, man, he looks at me, he's like, drink, I know you drink. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, but I'm driving. Didn't
So
care
what's
about
up?
that.
Yeah.
No, and that's where everything started. Then, he...
Sad
Cheers, my
fella.
man.
Shout out
It's
Sad fella.
Amazing.
ICON
amazing.
Barbershop. Appreciate
This
you,
is
brother.
where we are now.
Thank you so much.
2024.
Is where we at.
Yeah,
This is where we at.
2024. This is my new...
So then, you actually drive while drinking?
Yeah, so, I got comfortable around him. I never hid anything from him.
Awesome.
He was my best friend. And when I turned 18, like I told you, he picked me up and took me to BTV and told them, this guy wants to be on TV, That's how he was. He couldn't say no. I want something. He wouldn't say no. He'd say, yeah, I'll see. That I'm talking about the extent where I would go into the Botswana advertise and look for interesting cars. Like, yeah, I want this car. And he said, if you pass your Form 5, I'll get you a car. He got it. It was parked, but he passed away before our results came out.
Oh, shucks.
Once
man.
I was, so
Yeah.
I was touched inside. But because I've always kept this smiley persona, I choose to laugh at situations.
Right.
Instead of...
It's like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Right.
But when I'm alone, it doesn't
crush.
work.
Yeah.
I'm alone and you get into the spell where partying and drinking and,
Yeah.
we used to laugh with our friends that at times they gave me this line, remember me, Double G, best in GC, no party would start without me. It was one of those things that we used to play with. But we used to wild out. We enjoyed. I don't want to lie.
So the family orientation that you have, you learned it from your dad?
They literally are still my support system. And
Right.
after all of this destructive behavior and who I was and whatnot, I meet this lady who finds me so broken.
Yeah.
Broken from what I've lost, broken by so many aspects, and another relationship that really, it left me quite crippled back then,
Oh, yeah?
And she was there. She kept it together. And she tolerated all this nonsense. Year 1 went down. Year 2 went down. Year 3 went down. I'm like, hi, bo.
This is it.
Yeah, what am I looking for? She's the first time I saw that, this one.
Yeah.
This one. I remember I picked her up from my house and she had these lovely nails. You could see she, she took care of herself before I even came.
Attention to detail.
She was great. She was. So I picked her up on a Sunday and we're going for some braai. And it was in Ramotso. And, I'm driving and I'm looking at her in the mirror and she's looking at me in the mirror. I'm like,
okay. Hey, yo.
But how do I keep up this story? Because she's already on point. She just came back from school.
Right.
And we get there, they give us pop and place. There it is. We're sitting down and I'm thinking, yeah, please get her a fork. This one. And you could see she was in her own world. Grab the pop.
Oh. Hey, yo.
You're doing
with the
this.
nice nails.
And
she didn't not a bother at all.
And it was okay, fine. Let's see where this goes. And as it went, introduced her to my family, it went on. And
have you always been that guy?
I'm a relationship. I respect relationships.
Right.
And I've had very long-term relationships.
So
and,
you introduce her to your family?
They love her. We go on. And up until the day I said, you know what, Mom? I think it's time. This was when in 2012 we gave ourselves to the Lord, me and her. And I listen. I'm gonna be as honest as I can.
We love it over here. Oh, we love it over here, bro. This is the Juice 2.0, bro. This is the juice.
Yeah. And these are some of the encouragements I use to people who are in good relationships.
Good relationship.
Good relationships.
Not even bad. Good.
Gary, good relationships when I don't think I don't follow you as well.
Hey, yo.
No, I mean,
I appreciate it.
We can see you have a good thing going on. And
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Big
mistake bringing me here. Yeah. Because I call a spade, not a garden tool.
All right.
So after some time, and we are from church service.
Right.
And we get home and she was very, very, very strict family. After church, I'd even convince her, listen, you go home tomorrow. She said, no.
Yeah.
Drop me off at home no matter what time it is. And one time we're coming from church and she sits me down. She looks me in the eye and she's like, the message I heard today, I understand I'm a God-fearing woman now. And I have my principles that building. That's how the word works. It builds on you. You get to understand. Once you understand the word, you understand the Bible, it brings out the better version of you.
For sure.
And if there are any elements that are keeping you from becoming or maintaining that best version of you,
right,
you sit down and counsel yourself.
Right.
And she said, listen, I've kept so many principles to myself. And, I feel I want to say to my kids, I want to be this person until wedlock.
Wow.
Talking to this nigga.
Wow.
You understand what I'm talking about? I thought it was a joke.
I get you.
I thought it was a joke. But I was just like, nah.
Until wedlock.
And it was like a joke.
Hey,
and, I said, no, not with me. I remember I even scraped up the little Tabz I had and we went to Durban. I said, the babe.
Yeah, it's going down.
Wait.
It never went down.
I got home, went to my mom, like, mate, I'm doing this. I scraped up everything I had. I remember I proposed that it was Habarune's son then, or was it still Avani? I don't know. But
fancy, huh?
Yeah, I remember Momo was playing there. He was playing the
Beautiful.
piano. I got down on one knee. I did everything. And she starts crying. I'm like, wait, don't cry first. Is it a yes or no before you cry?
Right.
I said yes, and we took it from there. And it's been a learning curve each and every day, but some of the best moments I've had, we've grown together. She's been, regardless how crazy and unbearable I can be, she's all.
You can be crazy and unbearable?
Me?
That's hard to believe, man. What are you talking about?
Tina.
Really?
Someone I know. Hey.
Bro, the way you come across, bro, like you couldn't ever.
No, they're what you call I don't know how I could put it. It's just that I feel there's a certain way you should present yourself
Right.
to the world and to people around you. Don't
And to people around us, we are really ourselves.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
It's like,
That's
and
who
they
I
get
am.
the heat.
And I always say to people, don't think that the next person is perfect. I'm the furthest from perfect.
Right.
Furthest from perfect, but I try my best. You need to try.
Yeah.
You need to try and be the best version of yourself.
Lovely.
Because you've brought kids into this world.
Yeah.
There are people looking out. You've got responsibilities.
Straight up.
And no matter how many times you slip, you get up, dust yourself off, and try again, and still go there. The problem is, at times, people don't know how or why you've got certain behaviors.
For sure.
They
For
don't
sure.
know the story behind some of your reckless behaviors, some of your reckless, I mean, I remember I've written my dad's car off at while I was Form 5. Let's just say BTV because
Me
we were
too, bro.
drinking and driving. And if you try and say that to me today, yeah, chaos, so let's do this. I'd rather leave it and grab a cab and go home,
Right.
But with the spiritual belief, you never, ever give up. People waste time worrying about TK's universe.
Yeah.
What you're doing, what you're doing wrong, how you're
It's a
not
lot.
doing.
It's a lot.
It's
Please tell them.
I
Please tell them to
got
relax.
to a point where if Vero, you're gonna judge me, what next?
What next?
If
Yeah.
you're gonna talk about me, did that lift you up in any way? Did that make you a better
Did it
person?
put some
Did
bread
you get
on your
paid?
table? Not at all.
Something. If
Dude,
it only
so sorry to interject.
Yeah.
So the disappearance from TV, you mentioned that it was something to do with, at least part of it, something to do with how it wasn't paying, right? Was that the only reason you disappeared?
No.
Yeah. Why did you disappear?
One, TV and radio
Yeah.
as an MC.
Yeah.
They go hand in hand. You don't get any bookings if you're not relevant. If people
sure.
don't see you, they don't, unless they really, really want Mavuma. Those are the ones who come to me and say, because you're good at it.
Right.
But after we got off continuity, I went on and did a few, talking about Coca-Cola Cool Cash. That was the first time I saw myself doing one advert and getting paid crazy money. I'm like, so in SA.
How much was that?
Hey, Chief, should I scare you?
This was in Rands.
Should I scare you?
Please scare us. Because maybe we need to move over there.
This is not a secret.
Yeah.
And if at all production companies are going to look into this, if at all I disclosed it, maybe forgive me.
Right.
But I'll give you an example. Maybe right now in our country for a voiceover, about 30 seconds, you'd get plus minus 500 to 750.
If you get $1,000, bro,
you're doing something
you're doing
good.
something,
yeah.
yeah.
No, actually, you're with the right production company.
Exactly.
You're with the right people. They're on the right track.
Yeah.
And I traveled a lot to SA just to find out that for the same 30-second advertorial, these guys are getting paid 3.5K.
Are you 30 seconds, yeah?
Get the same one, yeah.
Jesus
5
Christ,
Chief.
man.
But I'm not comparing it to, yes, I am. Hey, am I
Yeah,
gonna
you
act
are, I
like-
mean-
yeah, I'm comparing it. No, listen, we need to up our game in our
Because
country.
what is $500, bro?
And you can't. There are some people who literally are making a living off voiceover. You have these shops that, they've got their weekly adverts. These guys at 3.5 and you're making 10 how much is that? 35K.
Yeah.
What more could you ask for? So it went on, and every small thing that I'd get, and then I got a really good deal with Primetime Live. That was
Primetime.
I enjoyed that to the fullest because
actually a lot of people remember you mostly from like the ones
Chief,
that came
I
out.
haven't done that in a long time. Some guy about 2 weeks back says, "Yeah, I saw you on TV last week." I mean, you're lying. Well, no, man. I've been on
2
TV for
weeks.
ages.
Capping.
It is, yeah. But I that was an experience and a half. I learned a lot, and now you get to say I can make a business out of what I'm doing and what I think I'm doing. And then I started saying, I want to go behind the scenes. I started coming up with a few initiatives that I wanted to do. I'm a philanthropist. I said it properly. That word, I can't say it properly.
Of course.
Especially on stage, philanthropist. Yeah. I'm surprised it came out. Yeah, so I did a lot of charity work as a chairperson at Youth Matters Botswana. We're affiliates of Botswana National Youth Council.
Nice.
And any church event that you invite me for, I MC for free because
Dope.
we know the secret of provoking blessings. There are certain things that you need to be accustomed to, like giving. You know, when you have those clothes that you feel you don't like them anymore, some people go on online and start selling. Just give, and you'll see what will happen.
Straight up.
Yeah. So,
dude, what I also saw you doing, which is where I last saw you, I think, before recently, was the Botswood acting gig. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm part of Botswood. Those I learned.
So you're an actor.
Yes. So I know how to not tell the truth and get paid.
Probably been lying to us the whole episode.
But my first I was an actor on a program. Was it a program or a drama or what was it then? It was called Untold Stories under PSI.
I remember that.
Yeah. And I was with Touch, and you know, that's when I got to understand. Oh, you're given a script and you don't read it. You go into character, and I started learning, and I started getting interested in any opportunity I got, I jumped into, and
Is that still happening right now?
Yeah, I mean, acting, you never.
You never really
you
stop,
can be no. You can be 1 year. You can be 65 years. It doesn't end.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that at times your priorities tend to change because you look at some things and maybe you're called for this, but you can't make the times, and they have to look for it, or you miss an audition and you can't make it. But yeah, I'm still up for acting anytime. You call me for a part now, I'll
Then
jump
you're in
on
there.
it. I'll literally go. I'll go and audition like anyone else. I've even been for top billing auditions.
Top billing.
There was another experience and a half. I remember we were in Santon, and it was a long line
Of course, bro.
of people
'Cause, I
that
mean,
you
it's
saw.
top billing, dog.
You saw people were hungry for this, my man.
Yeah.
And this guy comes with this beautiful red Ferrari. It's making noise. He parks there. He steps out. This guy, and he stands in line in the sun with everyone else to get his shot.
Oh.
But if it was in B-dub, because I should just go in front of the
Straight
line.
up,
I'm
because-
like, no. So that's when I got to understand that if you want something, go for it.
Right.
You've got nothing to lose at all, Tkay. Like nothing to lose. At the end of the day, it's your reward. It's not mine. If at all I crush you about trying to do this, this is not for you. It doesn't benefit me.
Yeah.
It benefits, you've lost out if you're gonna listen to me. And this is what a lot of people do, even when you try business. I wanna try this and this. Hey, Monakana, you know that thing, if you fail, I didn't ask you if I said I'm starting a new business. Will you support me?
Forget all of that. other
This just
stuff.
boils down to the whole, I was waiting for this, the mindset change.
Yeah.
It's what I've been trying to say for so many years, that look at things from a different perspective.
Great initiative that
You
one
want to
is,
start
right?
a podcast, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Don't listen to people saying there's so many podcasts. If you don't want to do it, don't do
Don't
it.
do it, but just
You know,
Speaking of which, is there anything called Truth Be Told? Is that a podcast?
that's the story I told you on it. This is
Let's go. Let's get into it.
I put it, truth be told, is about growth, sustainability. Like I was saying, you know, I want Tkay to tell me, how would you advise your 21-year-old self? You know, how would you do things differently? Because I know, had I given TV my all, I would have brought a serious change in our country. It's not
Straight
about
up.
me, but I've always believed him. So many people have said, G, why don't you go to this country or that country? And I'm like, let's see what will happen next year. Let's see and that is why I managed to keep it together. I even gave the arts so much that I even went on radio, you know. I just didn't go on radio to do a specific show. I did standings for the morning show, for drive time. So anywhere where you threw me, you know how you have to change your tempo in your character.
For sure. Depending on the slots.
You can't be on a high at midnight.
At a graveyard.
Graveyard on a Sunday. You know, no.
Nah, you gotta chill.
How are you know? So I appreciated all of those things. I was behind the camera. I've directed Miss Botswana, the build-up. I directed and I produced. I went all around. I'm behind the camera.
Right.
Your marketing. I'm a marketer. I know how to sell. But problem is collecting payments. I'm shy on that one. You know you owe me, please.
Of
give
course,
me,
just
you
give
know.
me the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so don't let me follow you. But
So that's what it's really about: growth and sustainability.
yeah. So I'm
I like
just,
the name though. Truth be told,
that's the truth that we want to tell. We want to just shoot from the hip. I don't want to ask you.
are you a truth teller though?
I try as much as possible.
When was the last time you cried?
Haibo, Chief, we're going through a period right now, and I could say
I mean,
maybe this afternoon or yesterday, but I'm not afraid to show emotion.
oh yeah,
I'm a softie at the end of the day. But my problem is,
yeah.
we went through that era where we used to carry knuckle dusters. I don't know. A lot of people have 21 Jump Street. You had to be on your toes.
Bruv.
We had older brothers that took care of us, where if you didn't have those guys taking care of you, those guys used to take our sneakers. They used to take anything. They see, no, it was something that was
a terrible
common,
time.
you know, but very fun at the same time. We learned a lot, and you know, when going out was as dangerous as can be. These days, I don't think it's that. It's just that,
it's chill.
Yeah, it's chill, but it's because people are behind closed doors and they are doing their extreme, whatever it is there. But we used to be out there, your parking lot pimping.
Oh yeah, of course.
If you just bumped into me, it was beef. You know, it was beef. We had, if we heard you call so and so's woman, it was beef.
Oh yeah, has that ever happened, bro?
What's that?
Did you ever steal somebody's girl back in the day?
TK.
I don't. Hey, yo.
What do you mean?
Have you ever stolen? Bro, I've stolen somebody's girlfriend in the past. I used to be a bad boy. I'm sure you have too, bro. I mean, no disrespect, right? But yeah. Look at the happiness on his face, man.
Was it?
He remembered the victory. Like, victory at once.
I think I'm like this because of the things that are happening this day and age.
Right.
Which I don't want to seem as if it's anything to write home about, where you know someone is with someone, but you're still using that funny voice. So what's your name? You know?
Yeah.
And you're still using that voice. This day and age, it's become sort of a little game, a little.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't know, and this is where it leads to some of these misunderstandings.
They're calling it moral decadence, isn't it?
So
like you know for sure this person has a partner.
Yeah,
but
and
you're still gonna hit on them.
step up. Why?
Yeah.
I think today, because I'm married,
and
I see a lot of marriages breaking apart.
Right.
It really, really gets to me that, you know, now their families involved. And this person literally disregards that. And like you were saying, victory. Back then, I think maybe if you asked me that question then, it would be a different reaction.
Anybody ever stolen a girl from you?
Not that I know of.
Yeah?
Not that I know.
They'll never tell you.
Like I said, some things, if you don't know, that's cool.
It's better you don't know.
Yeah, so
Sheesh, bro.
So I mean, I feel if a person doesn't want to be with the person they're with, instead of stepping out and going parallel with them, why don't you just end this one?
It's not that easy, G.
No, why not? This is how
I speak for a lot of brothers. I think it's not easy. Or there's no woman here.
But
you think it's easy?
It's still confused. No, I think it's easier than the trouble that you'll get into. Like you have this person tell you, oh, if Tkay catches her, he's gonna kill us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And still you're going on. And then it comes out and you see it's a mistake. But you don't know how Tkay was brought up. You don't know the trauma that you went through. This is why a lot of people end up taking those drastic steps that, if at all, maybe, I'm not trying to justify anything here, but it really, one of those things that worry me this day and age, where you come to gender-based violence and whatnot, the kind of talk that you'll exchange. But if at all you have a problem with someone, go in your shell and say, this is not working. And if they say, no, I'm not, but instead, you're still going to smile, you're still going to go on, and then you have, and then he finds out, then no, it's a mistake. So if at all, it's going to be one of those was it a victory? Maybe back then was Mohote. No, I'm doing me.
Exactly.
It's not about I don't know. It maybe still is like that,
Yeah.
but I think it's one of those things that I feel they're getting out of hand now.
What do you think? What do you think is the number one? I know there's a lot of reasons why marriages break up, but if you had to come up with one thing in your experience, you read the news, you talk to boys, everybody's going through it. What do you think is the number one factor causing, divorces?
Ooh. When it comes to that one, as much as you say the number one,
Yeah.
there are many elements.
It might be different.
Even
and number one might be a different today.
Yeah, even
okay.
in a relationship. Do you know that a relationship doesn't end the day you call it quits?
Oh, for sure.
It's long
It's
over
long been
because
gone.
of so many elements. So you find that someone might say it's infidelity. It wasn't infidelity because somewhere along the line, you guys lost the plot and one maybe didn't communicate that and one maybe it's a taboo to talk about certain things. When we talk about wedlock, truth be told, when you're not, should I say adventurous and not trying out new things, and it's just that might literally take down the notch a bit.
Okay.
And then you have the whole financial aspect. You're trying to grow, but the other one doesn't want to grow, or you don't respect your person. That's why I get it. There's so many things.
Yeah.
But it's not about infidelity. And the fact that
True.
you said it's not easy to break away.
Straight up.
But it might be the best. Because,
might be the best, yeah.
Because it gets to that point, Dylan, where when now the infidelity comes out, it unleashes a whole chain reaction of anger, disrespect, and then it's not only to you, but to the other person. And it becomes so cluttered. That is why I'm saying
I also think it might be like finances in a marriage, bro. I don't think that conversation is had a lot of times.
Yeah.
I think we rush to infidelity, but
and your social media,
bro.
they show how certain people are doing certain things. And you're comparing and you're doing this and you're doing that.
Yeah.
Why is this person doing that? Why is it not that?
Baddies are doing that nowadays.
Yeah, so it's become one of those things.
You know what baddies are, Gugu?
Yes, come on, man.
Just checking.
But who?
I mean, just checking, bro.
But
I feel you.
Some people it's just about, even some relationship, it's just about the guap. It's about some of them are straight.
Yeah. Straight up.
And when it gets to our ages, love does not pay the bills.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
So if at all you're not making the effort, and I'll tell you this, I'm not here to preach, my man, but when you don't base your relationship on God, there's the
foundation is
it's like you don't have morals and principles. You do anything and it's just okay. Yeah. But when you're God-fearing, you understand that just because he does not see me or she does not see me, God sees me, and this is where I'm going wrong.
Yeah.
So I don't, especially in wedlock, where some people say, when it's not, when you've tried, when you see that, and I always say, if the love is not there, stop trying.
One must go, right?
Yeah, no. If it's not there.
So we'll do this. One must go. Beyonce or Rihanna? Uh-oh.
Sure. Chief.
Who must go? And you remain with one forever.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Elaborate.
Just like, they're both artists.
Remember, I have to go home from here, yeah? So what do you mean?
No, just the art and the talent.
Exactly. Elaborate. I'm not prepared to sleep on the couch today. Please, this guy's questions. Yeah, no.
Beyonce or Rihanna?
I'd say, that's a difficult one because you're talking about two talented, amazing artists who give their all.
For sure.
Yo, is there a slide on it?
Not really, no. Just got to be one person.
I'd maybe say Rihanna.
Rihanna must go.
Yeah.
Beyonce, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, there are a couple of songs that have memories.
Yeah.
So
I feel you.
Yeah, that have memories. That I remember there was a time one I had to work hard because this lady would walk through and and she'd start singing to the left, to the left.
To the left,
Every time, yeah. I know what that means.
Hey, yo.
Let me try.
Everything you own in the box.
Yes, get out
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Scar, Zeus.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Why not?
I'm not, because I don't want to.
Musically.
I don't want to. Those guys are massively talented. Like both of
Yeah,
both
but one
of
must
them.
go.
Chief.
It's not because you hate
No,
any of
not
them.
because I hate any of them. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's not possible for me because, okay, I'll tell you this. Okay, I'll give you this.
Right.
The way you're talking about a person who's been in an industry who's seen both of them.
True, you did mention early on.
Like both
they
of
started
them.
it, yeah.
I remember Scar, my guy bag. You guys said I into his little notepad more thing, and he'd go to Yarna, and this guy at times you just put it there and he would just hit.
Yeah.
And I've seen Zeus do the same thing.
Right.
I've sat down and they've stuck. So haki it's
Okay.
but to me I don't really like it's when you say as much as they have their own, you know,
Style.
their own style.
Yeah.
It ended up really in a way that it put them in the same basket.
Right.
To me.
I feel that.
So when Lompiano like it and one of them plays, I'm like,
Who are you listening to right now, musically, like locally, or even internationally? Who are you bumping to?
I'm still an old school cat.
Yeah.
I still YouTube it to see it there. You know, you've got your playlist. I'm still your Snoop Dogg, your Nate Dogg.
Snoop.
Ooh,
Yeah?
religion. Like, give me some gin and juice. I will sing line by line. You
there we
give
go.
me your Nate Dogg, I will do that. You give me a regulator, I'll do that.
Wow.
You know, and then
old school.
I'll jump back to your old school, your Kwaito, Beta Mahasmane.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So today when you say listen to something, I'll just pass by what is there. But
Right.
when I really, really want to listen to my music, I'll still go to your Jodeci line. You know, I'll still recite some of those lines that, you know, when I've messed up, I'll still go your bended knees, your water runs dry. I'll still go down those roads. But some music that you listen to these days, they can't really assist you when it comes to
No.
to lyrics. Yeah.
No.
So when you listen to your Keith Sweat, you listen to your, you know, back then we used to, when you had those songbooks and
That's
you're
crazy.
sitting there with your tape and you're writing down and you've got your
So you mentioned Snoop Dogg right there. One must go Snoop or who?
Listen, you must listen to this guy.
Snoop Dogg, Nate Dogg.
I know it's Nate.
Nate must go.
Yeah. it's
Nate is going.
Yeah.
For real.
Without a doubt.
I mean Snoop.
Nate and so Snoop.
Come on, man. Who you got? Snoop? You too?
You know, the gin and juicy sentence.
I'm Nate Dogg,
Have you
bro.
had a G thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
Nothing but
just
a
that
G
beat,
thing.
But and then you have your. I mean, even back then, we ended up in this being rubbed into this East Coast, West Coast stuff.
Of course,
and riding on it. But today you enjoy you're not afraid to listen to that beat and how, you know, and you're like, what is happening?
I got a better one.
Hmm?
I got a better one.
Mm.
Nas, Jay-Z.
No, Nas.
Nas must go. Oh my God, guys. Get this guy out of
No,
here.
listen,
Look,
you know
it was
why?
nice doing
No,
business
you know
with
why?
you.
You know why?
Bro, it
You
was
know why?
nice sitting
You know
with
why?
you.
No, listen.
I mean, come on.
Listen.
Yeah.
Nas.
Better lyricist than Jay-Z.
Exactly. Now, Rona back then, it wasn't about the deep. Now, Nas is deep.
Yeah.
He is deep. And to me, Jay-Z was, I don't need to be that deep to listen to you know,
It's like Drake, right? Apparently he's not a rapper. He's a commercial pop guy.
something like that. Yeah. So Nas
Apparently
is
he
good.
can make your shopping easier, you know?
Nas is deep, Chief. A person who will tell you about Nas is a person who knows music. Just like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But Jay-Z, he can still go on and happy he hasn't been
I feel you.
this day and age.
I feel you.
He jumped on and he's still pushing some of those. Yeah.
I feel you.
No,
Zonke, Lyra.
Zonke.
Zonke must go.
Yeah.
Lyra. Oh, how's Lyra doing? Do you know?
I can't really put my finger on that one.
Yeah. She's not been very well for the past,
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask you, man, like, what are some of the 3 words that you would put to something you call your philosophy, right? Like, if somebody asks you, what is Gugu's philosophy for life? Do you have 3 words, 2 words to just describe that?
I don't know if it's 3 or what, but from, like I said, the tutorials of life that I will just tell you that never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up. Like, there's so many situations and instances where I've sat down and I said, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore.
Right.
But it takes 3 or 4 days of being behind closed doors and just praying and praying and praying. And eventually I'm just up and I'm like, I'm going to try this again.
Yeah.
And I don't care who puts me down. I don't care what puts me down. I just keep on trying.
I love that.
Just keep on trying. This is why you're saying, with us, you're asking about the story behind the podcast. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We've tried putting everything together, and the reason why I want to start that is because I'm not only an entertainer, but I think I have something to say.
Oh, for sure.
And I have something to offer.
For sure.
And with a platform like this, you do what you want to do at that point in time. No one needs to tell you what you need to do.
So you could say the Juice 2.0 has put you out to start, Because these are the guys right here. These are the guys right here.
110%. I salute, and I'm literally so humbled to be here because there's so much. When there's so much you want to say, but there's only, like you were saying with BTV, or just TV in general. There are limitations with what you can do.
Censorships
and
as well.
Disappearing from TV was not intentional, but some of the things that maybe I got invited for were not, like, I'm not as energetic to host a certain, music show on. I don't have that kind of energy, but others do. So I'd let some go and say, I'll wait for something else. I'd wait for something else. But
it's always good to know what you're built for, right?
So when it gets to that point in time where you say, I think the best step now is to do what I want to do. And that's a podcast. And the reason why it hasn't kicked off is, I don't know how you managed to get people on the seat, but why are people terrified of just being themselves?
You just call them. They've said no.
They don't say no. They don't show up. You sit here. That's why I was so terrified when I was held up, and I'm like, "There's no way I am not gonna." Like, there's a time when we scheduled a show for 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And it hit 9, and this person is saying, "I'm still on the way. I'm still." Like, they didn't say no, I'm not coming, but. You need to understand that maybe they thought maybe I'm there to expose certain things. I'm like, it's a conversation. But if you can't make it, you just say, listen, I can't make it. Let's do that. You've booked your studio time, whatever it is. You've booked your equipment or what. And that's effort.
You got stuff that's going on, or at least in 2024. We're about to talk about it, but not before I tell you and remind you that Expert Express is your friend when it comes to delivery. So Expert Express Deliveries BW offers courier and logistics services between Botswana and Joburg on a daily overnight express delivery basis at competitive rates. Visit www.expertexpress.co.bw for more information or to book a collection, or contact this number +267 7549 8811. Or visit their office at plot 68303, Unit 1, Pakalani Industrial. Expert Express Deliveries B-Dub. Anywhere, anything, on time. Okay. All right, so we're still chilling here at ICON. ICON Barbershop, where we got our
I had to see how
haircut. Oh yeah, with the glasses it looks good. Oh my God, look at that. On point.
No,
on point.
Here.
On
Depending
point.
on how fast my hair grows, I think every week I'm...
Yeah, I'm over here too. Yeah. So if you want to get your hair cut and look as fresh as Gugu and I look, come over here. ICON Barbershop is located in the Airport Junction upstairs next to the casino, opposite F&B. So that's where it is situated. Come over here, get yourself laced up, man, and look good, man. Drip, 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 drip. So 2024, right? Brand new year. I bumped into you and you're like, you know what? I'm trying to start a new journey altogether. Is that something that we can talk about right now? Do you remember even?
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah.
Well, I think it should be
This guy wants to do something totally different with his life.
because
Something
I
crazy
feel,
too.
Yeah, I feel I have something to offer,
Okay.
as I have said, and with all the expertise I've gathered over the years,
Yeah.
and me being a philanthropist and me being a people's person,
Yeah.
I care about people. Like, I love helping people, Tkay. Like, it's something that I get pleasure out of.
That's dope. You helped us out tonight.
Yep, and I don't want to lie.
Thank
I don't
you.
want to lie. I don't care who says what. I know how humble I can be. I know the kind of person I can. Like, it's not because I want to. It's how I was brought up.
Right.
You know, I remember when I said to myself when I grew up, I want to be just like my dad to his wife. My dad was the kind of person who got his wife a car for her birthday. Like I said, he didn't know how to say no.
Wow.
My dad was the kind of person who went out of his way for the next person. And to
You
me,
got a car for your wife yet? For her
Not
birthday?
yet.
The pressure. Shout out, Dad, wherever you are.
Yeah. But if I don't do it let me not give a time frame. But
Yeah, because it'll be pressure there.
no, not even pressure. Like I said, I'm married to an amazing woman who's not driven by certain things, but she's this kind of person that you want to do the best you can, and you're like, God, what are you waiting for?
Dog,
Please, let me just show. Hey,
bruv.
And I'm still amazed that, I was looking at her yesterday and she was sitting there, I'm like, yes, this woman is
Right. Who's the
she's
better
from-
cook? Who's the better cook?
Oh, that one is not. I used to be a waiter at Spur.
No lie.
I used to Spur BBS. Woo, chief.
You
And
used to be
before you're a waiter, you need to go train at the back as a chef in case the chefs are not there.
Then you stand in.
So you stand in. So, and I was brought up by my grandmother. I cook, I bake, not laundry with a washing machine, chief.
With the hands.
I do. I clean. I do. Yeah, that's why I say some of.
So are you better though than your wife?
It's a passion.
It's a passion.
It's a passion. It's not about being better. It's about me.
Like if you cook here today and your wife cook here today, which food are we gonna go? Oh my God!
Hey, like man.
You can say it's you.
No, good. Like I'm saying, to me, it's not cooking. I don't even taste my food. So this is literally me saying that I even go on to the extent of garnishing.
Okay.
So when it's a person cooking because they cook, they're good at cooking. But I'm extravagant.
We need Gugu for a second part.
When it comes. So I was just about to say to you and saying, in a couple of weeks, we can be very open with the journey that
you're about to go on.
That I'm about to go on, because I feel it's something that if I don't do it, I'll be disappointing and not giving my all to my fellow citizens and Botswana in general.
Right.
And with what I can do and what I've learned, I feel if I'm given a chance to be the better person I'll take it.
You take it up.
Yeah.
Have you registered to vote yet?
Definitely.
You have already?
Definitely. And I would encourage everyone, go and vote. It's your right.
Shout out.
Even these elections that are coming, I think it's best when people hear out their candidates before they jump into anything,
Straight.
It's very, very important.
I think so too.
Because, and look at this, in the near coming future, I look at the way that technology has influenced, our perspective and how we see things. These way you gather people, I think people are going to want to listen to their candidates. Imagine if each and every, should I say, candidate would have an opportunity to sit on a podcast and talk
and just have fun
and say what they want to offer. As an individual and what it would be so easy for everyone.
I think
out
so
there.
too,
Yeah,
bro.
I think
so too.
we need to take a completely different approach to how we want things done.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's a completely different era. It's a completely different time that
Bruv, like-
we need to pull out everything that we can do. Be innovative, be realistic, be truth be told.
Truth be told,
Yeah,
what's your daughter's name? Lovely young
Mbali.
kid. Mbali.
Mbali.
Baletle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beautiful
it's-
name.
it's-
Who named her? Was that you?
Yo, come to think of it, it was my wife and I.
Yeah.
We sat down and she said, I want a Xhosa name. And, she's got Xhosa names. It's Mbali, there's Bwa, Hila. What's going on here?
It happens, bro. To the best of us. Trust me.
Hey, this is what Steve was like.
You're on the couch, buddy.
No, yo. But,
You're on the couch.
come to think of it, it's how everyone chipped in from her grandma, from us, from
Right.
what. But yeah, she forgets she's a girl at times. She's so energetic. She's one of these. I can see her. She expresses herself in so many ways.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
We're about to wrap up.
Okay.
But is there something that you miss about peak Gugu on TV? As young as you were, now you're a bit older, you're a family man. Is there something that you miss that you probably would redo and repeat right now if you got the chance?
Just being on TV.
Just being on TV?
I just love being on TV.
Because you're not on TV right now, yeah?
Yeah, hence this is why I'm going on to saying we need to spread our wings and have more. I mean, you look at our own local TV station. We were running on the same montage for a good 14, 15 years. The opportunities were not really there. So you wouldn't get an opportunity to have your own show the way you want to have it. But in other countries, if you were to come up with something solid, and it's not like each and every year, I didn't go back to try and get something,
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, some of the things that were on the table were not what I would go for. So I'll let it pass. So it wasn't a matter of me disappearing from TV. The opportunities were not that diverse.
So if somebody right now listening to this says, you know what? Let's bring G back, and he's going to have to handle everything himself. And this is the money, and the money is great. You're coming back.
Chief, I would give you the best product you've ever seen.
You're coming back.
I'm a person, like my wife can't watch TV with me, especially when you're talking about...
Because you critique.
Chief, you listen to a person saying, in our country, and I'm thinking, come on, these are basic things that you have to pronounce here. No, how do the producers let this go on? And you see a mediocre production with bad sound, and you're like, but the producers and whatnot, like the smallest things, I feel they're just the basics that other countries are able to do, but we are compromising on that. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
We're a bit too slow.
I'll give you an example as well. I'm still very passionate. I don't know. You emceeing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
And you'd get told at times that someone would call you, out to wait again. We have an event, but a budget. You didn't compromise.
Recently.
You didn't compromise on the venue one.
Or the sound.
Or the food or the what. But when it comes to the artist and the MC, you are asking, I'll be giving you exposure. The reason why you called me is I've got that exposure, so don't come with me to that.
When I started out, I used to do things for free or just the little money that they had.
Yeah.
Until I started thinking, nah, man, they can't do that without you. That's why they're calling.
That is why. And I tell organizations and entities that you guys will go all out to have a top-notch event, and you're going to compromise on your MC because Gugu wanted this much, but someone else said, I can do it for this much, and
straight up,
you're going to go with them. If at all that's what you want to do, that's the problem with what we have now.
Yeah.
More thing, if take it or leave it, then they'll go there. But like I said, until you know your word, that is why people thought I ran away from TV. No, I didn't.
You just knew your words.
I just knew that I cannot do anything that does not compliment me, that does not say this is Mavuma. I mean, Primetime did set the toolbar very high.
Yeah.
It did.
Oh, Primetime was great.
Yeah. So even now, it's still hitting. It's still great. The picture quality.
Who are the presenters now at Primetime right now?
Joey's one of his.
Oh, Joe, my big boy. Oh, that's my brother, dog.
Yeah. So
Joey's my brother.
yeah, so it's one of those things that now I would say if you'd give me that platform, I would jump to. Even as an MC. I mean, I there's some shows that I cannot do. But there are some shows that I know I literally give my all,
Straight
and
up.
that is where I fit in. The only time is when you hear that people who meet you, oh, can I had a show? I forgot. You don't tell me that you forget that an MC, you know? But you can't sit down and cry over spilt milk. I've also got my 2-3 business acknowledgements here and there, which you try and do. But I really, really hope eventually that I'll be able to do something that would
worthwhile.
That would really.
We're closing up, yeah? So I need you to give me one word answers, right? 3 people killing it in the game right now. Media. Could be TV presenting, could be radio, just broadcasting actually. 3 names killing it in broadcasting.
Chief, I'm really bad at that. Like I've got an overactive imagination. Like everything starts running so quickly. Like I'm telling you. And
don't mention me though.
No. Can it be a team?
It could be a team. Yeah, so
the morning show, Tabz FM.
Breakfast in HD.
Breakfast in HD.
Shout out.
I won't lie with those guys.
So if you don't know what Breakfast in HD is all about, tune into Tabz FM every Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
I'm there.
Dollar Mac, Sepo Slow, Rory Sang, Setu.
Yeah. Those guys, I like every morning. The energy's there. It preps you for your day, and you know they give it their all, and it comes out very natural. Everyone is good in their own respective. I mean, even the way Tepo would that guy is well informed. Like
Tepo comes in and he's got the knowledge, he's got the information.
So, and then you've got they're killing it now.
I love that. Vacation destination. December 2024.
Okay, no way.
One word. We're about to wrap up. How much time we got anyway? Zanzibar?
Yeah.
Yeah, Zanzibar.
Yeah.
Me too, dog.
Yeah.
I really want to go there.
I really want to go.
Fanciest thing you ever bought your wife? Or maybe not fanciest. You know what? Heartfelt gift you ever bought your wife?
Engagement ring was it?
Yeah.
That was something. Apart from like her wedding ring, we chose together. But
engagement,
Tanzanite ring. That was one thing that I looked at. I'm like, I'm actually doing this, and I'm holding it, and this, So
I actually had a question in my phone, but I threw my phone away. You realize I haven't been looking at my phone. I actually wanted to ask you early on, like, were you scared to ask the question as a man? Because I think we could all agree, man, that commitment right there, that decision there.
I wasn't scared at all.
You were not scared.
Like, when you're making the right decision, and if it'll. Like, I've been in very long-term relationships throughout my life.
Right.
I'm not scared of commitment. And those are one of the things that I just said, I would love to have a family. I would love to raise. So I wasn't scared at all.
Dope. Best food to eat. You could eat it every day for your life.
That I make it myself in less than, I think, 20 minutes, mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese?
You've
been watching too many movies, brother.
No, like, that's my favorite.
No pap in Morocco there.
No. I don't want to lie. I want a mac and cheese, Chief. You grab, pasta's so simple. Throw it in there.
Too easy.
Whatever it's mince, put it together, and just grate cheese on top. And voila.
Hey, you can thank us later. You can try it at home too.
No, it's so simple. Like, people think it's
Mac
so
and
fancy.
cheese.
Yeah, they look at the presentation, they think it's so fancy after you just melt it. No, it's so easy.
It's simple.
So,
best movie I ever watched was
Coming to America.
The first one?
The first one.
It better be the first one.
I haven't watched the second one.
Please don't.
Serious.
Don't watch the second one.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, Coming to America.
That love story is crazy, man. Eddie Murphy finds this young thing. He's rich, but it doesn't even matter
And
to
he
him.
hides it.
He
you
hides
know,
it.
until the end. Yeah.
It speaks a lot about you, actually, if you pick that kind of movie right there.
How so?
I think just that the fact that a person is so rich, but he wants to be humble, or even to the extent of running away from it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think a lot of people can relate to that kind of.
That one is a movie, and I mean, I even recite some of those lines, and when it comes on, I think I've even watched it more than 200 times. My lifetime.
Yeah.
I had my little VCR in my room and my TV, and played over and over and over and over again, and then now you can just go on and click and go back to it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
When I'm tired, I love watching movies, and not serious movies, something that I can watch, pass out, and if I wake up again, I can just take it back.
I'm Best Man Holidays. The Best Man Holidays.
Yeah, the Best Man, yeah.
Those are my favorite. But there's this Gabriella Union and Idris Elba movie.
I'll be sleeping outside.
What, you sleeping outside?
I'm not allowed to talk about her because I just...
She hates her?
No, she doesn't. I'm the one who just loves her. No, I think she's just an amazing actor. And
Gabriella?
Yeah, she's just an amazing actor. And
I think she used to be. Not anymore.
She hasn't done much these days, though.
Yeah, also that thing with Dwayne Wade and stuff.
Don't spoil it for me, please. I'm okay, but I just love black comedy at the end of the day.
Yeah, she's in a movie with Idris Elba. I forgot what it is. Perfect movie, man. Perfect drama. I've always loved African American movies because, you know, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we're movie people. Like my wife and I, we hit a movie marathon. We can go indoors Friday when we knock off, and we just get out. If at all it's a long weekend where you go to work on Wednesday, we'll get out of the house Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
not move, just candy, snacks, the works.
On a normal day, how many showers are you taking?
Twice a day.
Twice.
Yeah,
that's morning and evening.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at, bro? It's like, how many showers do you take on a normal day? One in the morning. You don't shower before you sleep.
I can't sleep without taking a shower.
But I guess sometimes it depends, right?
I can't.
So I mean, let's say, oh, you don't drink. So let's say in the morning you take a shower. Okay. Good. Listen. So for people that drink, right?
Tkay, man.
You take a shower and maybe you go out after work. You go out with your boys. Maybe you even hit a club, but you get so sloshed, right? You get to the house, you barely have the energy to get in the shower.
I can't.
There are those exceptions.
I can't.
You, yeah?
Like, I can't. It's so... Listen, my wife hates the smell of any brew. So...
Good thing, bro.
You know, you'd ask a person, do you drink or you don't drink? What I consider these days, some always say I'm occasional, what? But when you're a person who understands that, you know, you have people who meet, who have good business interactions over a glass of whatever.
Wine or
so
something.
I don't want you to say to me, you don't drink, but you can hold it. And no, that is drinking. But compared to what we used to do, Chief, there's a year that I remember, I think I went the whole year, every single day, where I'd go after work and say, yeah, this is my little six. And then tomorrow morning I'll say, Ke bankanya mele. And I realized I hadn't stopped. I hadn't stopped the whole year. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable when they're around me and they're having their little drink. And it's just that it doesn't do it for me anymore. It's one of those things where I just feel I was punishing myself, and it's not. So yeah.
Sneakers or not sneakers?
There's some period I went through a loafer stage, but I'm still a sneaker. Yeah, I'm still a sneaker.
Sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Nah, you don't.
I think not like that, but I think like a really cool, smart kid.
There's a time I pizza fila, pizza basaka. Or tuck it in, or a kangle, or back to front. Yeah, we used to do
Hard
those.
to believe, bro.
I'm telling you.
That's hard to believe.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I just finished all these drinks.
Well, yeah.
I'm happy. Thanks for buying me drinks,
so
bro.
we'd have to go to the place once we step out here.
Gugu bought me some drinks here. I'm so happy. This is what it takes to have big brothers, man. They take care of they take care of you. Can I call you over the weekend, man?
Anytime, but anytime.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it because even once in a while when you're at those nice places, call me up, man.
I can hit you up, yeah?
Yeah. Hey,
I can do that. I really want to do that. So in your last words, my brother, sadly we come to the end of the show. But in your last words, you are a phenomenal TV presenter, actor, voice-over artist, MC, father, husband. You got a journey lined up for you that you will announce in a few weeks. I hope it's through our podcast,
let's do that.
And other platforms.
Let's do that.
But in your last
it's for
words,
the best. I mean, yeah, definitely.
right? So in your last words, man, with everything that we've said and had a great chat around, what would you want to close this by saying?
For a person who, like I said, an overthinker and an overactive imagination, you really don't know how to close those. But let me just say my advice to everyone is just, let's just be the best version of ourselves this year. Let's just try and go all out. Everything that you are scared of leaping into, just go ahead and do it. At the end of the day, it's you who scrapes the rewards, not the next person next to you. And as long as you're not stepping on anyone's toes, go ahead and do it. Try as much. And your assignment, let me close by saying, don't forget that your assignment is the well-being of the person who you're with at that point in time. So my assignment right now is yours well-being. And your assignment right now is my well-being. So try as much as possible to make the next person happy instead of making that waiting for that person to make you happy.
Oh,
I think that's right.
That's how you do it.
That's
fresh.
all.
That's a wrap of a TV show right there at the end. Credits start going down. But you guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you very much to ICON Barbershop. You already know where it's situated. Airport Junction, upstairs next to the casino, right opposite F&B. You come check it out. Check out said fella who has helped us and assisted us with this amazing hairstyle. And he got a cut too, and we're looking fresh. You can look as fresh too. You come over here.
I'm here again next week.
You know what I mean? We're stopping by next week.
Definitely.
Big shout out going out to Loop Plus for your machinery and your car engine lubrication. Shout out to Loop Plus. Like the details have already shown. They'll probably show up right now as well. It is what it is. You hit them up. You do your thing. Expert Express. Big shout out going out to you for your sponsorship, for your delivery and collection. Shout out to Expert Express. I appreciate you so much for doing this with me. It's the first episode of the year, and I'm happy that I did it with a veteran in the media industry. He's a guru. He's amazing. And you found out that for yourself.
And don't forget, he's an MC.
He's an MC. Call him for all the MCing gigs. You know what I mean?
Let's do this now. Come on, guys. Hey.
Gugu Mavuma in the building, and I appreciate him for stopping by. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't, but let's grow. 20K subscribers, almost 20K subscribers. So it only takes your subscription to get us to 20,000 subscribers, hopefully before February. And there's a whole huge party coming up because of that. So stay juicy until the next episode. One time. Peace. What's going on, YouTube? My name is Tkay of the Juice 2.0. I'm just here to say thank you very much for checking our video and click subscribe, like, and the notification button for more content just like that.